This is BCC episode 11, titled The Overwhelming Feeling That You Should Just Give Up. Yesterday I had one of those weirdest emotional moments of the whole year. There's the high of doing $10,000 in a single week just 6 weeks after launching Craftsman Creative, and the low of getting furloughed for the summer for the TV show I was a senior producer on. As most can likely agree, 2020 has been a year. Yesterday, though, I had a moment of such extreme clarity that it just overwhelmed me. I was simultaneously excited and completely terrified. When you own your own business as an artist or creative, a startup, a freelancer, in the early months, you're really doing everything. You're not just the CEO, but the chief marketing officer, chief financial officer, chief technical officer, the VP of sales, content manager, and the face of the company, the one who has every single interaction with every single person your company comes in contact with. It's a lot. I've been studying and learning about generating awareness for my company for the last 6 months or more, and I realized early on that my audience wasn't large enough to generate the kind of revenue I was aiming for with this new business, Craftsman Creative. I started doing whatever I could. I added partnerships, which was a huge win. I took a dive into Facebook ads, Google ads, SEO, content marketing, and more. Leading up to this breakthrough yesterday, it seemed like I was putting in all of this work with very little results to show for it. That feeling is just terrible. It can eat at you and cause you to quit before things start to work. Now, I'm a firm believer that there aren't any shortcuts in these creative industries. Audiences, revenue, traffic, sales, everything just takes time. There's a graphic that kept coming to mind from Visualize Value, and you can see it, on the blog. There's a link in the show notes. But it's from Visualize Value, and basically it's this long tail of very little results. And right before it starts this uptick of getting results that compound and are exponential in their growth, a lot of people give up because they feel like this is pointless. Now, if we're not continually putting in the work for a long enough period of time, we could give up before anything really starts to take off and starts working. So yesterday, my breakthrough is that I could see the incredible amount of things that a company has to do in order to be successful. The difference between those companies and mine is that they have people to help with every single one of those jobs, whereas I'm responsible not just for the work, but for the results of every single aspect of the company. Marketing, client, sales, product, finances, growth, partnerships. Any 2 of those jobs would be enough to need another employee to hand off part of the work. But we solo creatives don't really have that option. This is especially hard when every part of our business is on the left side of the "this is pointless" point in that image. That's what it feels like to be doing all the work and not yet seeing any of the results. The overwhelming feeling yesterday came from the clarity of seeing everything that still needed to be done, while at the same time seeing the signs of success for the things I'd been doing for the last 6 to 8 months. The email list has been growing day after day, independent of me publishing or sharing a link to sign up. Sales of the courses are occurring more per week than 4 months ago. Partnerships are easier to create since I have more clout now than when I started back in April. Now, I'm not saying that it's all a breeze from here on out, but it's nice to finally get a sign that things are headed in the right direction, rather than the feeling like I'm working so hard, but for what? So I have 2 important takeaways for you. Don't avoid doing the important things you need to do in your business. Your business won't grow on its own in the early months, maybe even years, without action and execution on your part. No one else is going to do it for you. Secondly, don't give up. Most things work if you do the work. If you work on your marketing, improving your product or service, get better at sales calls, improve your website, create a budget. These things can take time to go from being a constraint to being a strength in your business. Don't give up before things start working. Keep going. So the question I want to leave you with is, what's one thing you can do today to improve your business that you can keep doing day after day that will ultimately lead to the results and the success that you're looking for? Be sure to subscribe to the BCC newsletter. You can go to bcc.craftsmancreative.co. Excuse me, say it again. bcc.craftsmancreative.co. Sign up there or subscribe to this podcast at any of your favorite podcast listening apps. It should be all over the internet by now. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next week.